Soul Garden.
Hello, my producers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. I'm also hosting a sale for one more week. Come on down to soulmart.me right now. If you buy a 1-hour reading with me, you'll get a free 30-minute follow-up, good for any time in 2012, up until the last moment of the universe on December 21st. So come on down and take full advantage. This is great for a new time reader and excellent to drill through a hard issue. We'll get to the bottom of it together. Now the bulls are in the most fun part of the year. I'm already starting to feel it. I hope you are too. The sun has shifted into Virgo, and for the bulls, this means a shift into your inner child. Tauruses are nitpicky, Virgo, anal retentive when it comes to what their heart wants and doesn't want. And this comes with the power of manifestation. If you think about it, if you have the power to create anything you want, well, then you get really picky about what you want, which is why sometimes rich people take so long to buy stuff. You ever notice that? It's because when you really know you can have everything, well, then suddenly, what's the value of things? Truth is, we can all have everything. And so Tauruses know this secret, and this is the time when we pick the details we want to let go of and pick the details our heart wants to hold on to. Now, a little background story here. As you may or may not know, the IB or Virgo energy comes from the heart. So Taurus's heart is lined with the heart. It's so wonderful. And so you are literally opening up your heart chakra to the full bright green here and letting in the chlorophyll, which is the process of transforming sunlight or spiritual light into living on earth. And that is what it's about, living. We're in the first chapter of the Sun in Virgo, how you live in your heart or not in the moment. And for Tauruses, this is your relationship to your inner child, which I'm calling the heart or the heart chakra. This is how we light cast, because basically everything that we bring in our life comes from our heart, whether it's love or bitterness. And this is our creative potential and our creative power. So this is the shiny, sparkly penny part, I think, of any part of the year for Taurus. I like Sun in Virgo actually more than I like our birthday period, seriously. Now, on Monday, it is cloudy and pensive for the bulls. Over the weekend, there might have been a breakdown, something where your heart slipped on a banana peel or you had a broken heart. Mine came actually late Friday night, very early, where my heart was hurting. I knew why. The breakdown was revealing where your heart has been fooling itself or deceiving itself, so it's not easy. In some cases, this is, all the way up to a relationship, but this is really about your relationship to your inner child and where you are either being frank with yourself or not. So on Monday, we're breaking through. It's a pensive day. It's understanding what went wrong, where we made the wrong turn, and the moon is in Capricorn, so emotions are focused on your beliefs and what is most important in life. Now, the planets are in a dead heat square, so the moon will reach a point in Capricorn where will oppose Venus in Cancer, and this will be a tug-of-war between your feelings of what you believe and your actual thoughts and trying to create a good mind frame, a good mindset. So it's a tug-of-war between thoughts and beliefs. But Saturn in Libra is actually the tipping scale here. See how literally Saturn in Libra is the fulcrum of this little thing? And Saturn in Libra is coming to a pressure point this weekend. This is what the Act 3s were about, is that this weekend is a turning point that will separate the bulls that lead and manifest some gigantic things and the bulls who stay stuck in a rut for another round around the track. And it comes down to being able to stay in harmony in your moment, for a bull to be that calm bull in the pasture and not going around charging everything all the time. So on this particular Monday, you're feeling a thought versus reality issue, but you also have the background story of maintaining balance, including between your thoughts and your reality, right? So Monday is a cloudy and pensive day. On Tuesday, the sun comes out to play, and you are sunny and career focused. Venus rules the day, so your inner child seeks to be happy again, and so you find the way to find balance, and so you should probably wake up feeling pretty sunny and rainbow-like. The motions, the moon, harbors now around career and legacy, and so you're probably in a combo package of dreaming and focusing on career. A lot of fun for a lot of Tauruses because they are manifestors after all. Now the planets are gifting us with a yod, which is God giving us the finger, in this case pointing right to your heart chakra, saying, hey Taurus, here's what you need to do to get your heart back online. Take your feelings about your future and your legacy and where you feel things going, and take an inner revolving faith. That's what Uranus and Aries is saying. You must stay open to what brings true faith in yourself. Allow yourself to be flexible with your faith in yourself and embody and own what your feelings are for your future. Pour all that down, and that's what will heal your heart and get it back online and restore balance. That's what this yod, this gift from God, is on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it's a cloudy day because Neptune rules the day, and emotions pull back. The moon in Aquarius is still scanning career and legacy, and so you're feeling around decisions that you have to make. You're feeling around career potential direction that you want to do. You're basically future planning, I think. But with Neptune ruling the day, you're also smelling around your heart to see what it is you want to step away from. There may be some behaviors that you must step away from in the way you treat your inner child. There may be old wounds of where you didn't get what your heart wants that you need to get rid of. So you need to kind of smell around and determine what needs to go in the heart chakra, what needs to heal in the heart chakra, and how does that coordinate with your future plans. Plus, God gives us a plan to follow on this day. It starts actually with Neptune. Neptune and Pluto says, look, Taurus, you're not going to know everything, and that just has to be okay. Usually you like to know everything, but when the whole world's changing, ain't going to happen. So the Tauruses that get used to the fact that they know nothing and they're ready to approach each day fresh are open for the real change. That's step one with Pluto. Step one in Pluto then goes down to the Sun, which if you have an open belief structure, then you can listen in your inner child for what your heart really wants. You can separate your beliefs from your inner child's purity. So by saying, I don't know what I believe, let's just listen to the heart, now your beliefs don't get in the way. Now the way you were raised doesn't get in the way. So after you are able to be honest and intuitive with your heart, that Sun sextiles into Mars in Scorpio, which means you can draw the hard boundaries in your relationships, in your marriage. You can make the hard calls now. It was the clouding of your belief structure and the fact that you couldn't get a good, strong sense of your heart that prevented you from making the right boundary decisions with how you treat yourself in your marriage. So Mars is giving you a machete in Scorpio to start cutting those down. When that happens, that Martian strength then trines into Neptune, which gives you a sense ability of where you belong in the world, where your people are. And where you belong is all based on your heart. So do you see this amazing, magical way to get you to where you belong? And this map is really what Wednesday's about. So Wednesday, follow this map, follow your senses, right? All right, that's Wednesday. Womp, 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 womp. On Thursday, you get sharp, sunny, and decisive. Now, the moon is still in career, so you're still focusing career legacy, but it's decision time. So use your sensibilities to decide. What you're deciding is what you want to step away from in the old heart chakra energy. I'm stepping away from these wounds. I'm stepping away from these lost hearts or broken hearts. I'm stepping away from these childhood wounds of stepping on Legos and being in pain. All that goes away. I need a fresh start, a fresh heart in order to manifest my personal dreams. And Tauruses are ready to do that. So you decide, I decide, and that's what the energy of Thursday is on the one side. On the other side, we come to a full completion with this little map I showed you. As you decide to step away from the pain, which is stepping toward the light, that gives you more power with Mars and Scorpio. Mars and Scorpio allows you to be more strong with yourself, or stronger, and draw the hard boundaries with yourself so that you can really separate your peas and carrots in your relations. And this is setting up for relationships, by the way. That strength of treating yourself well then trines into Neptune and allows you to feel like you belong somewhere on Earth, ending a very long pattern of Tauruses feeling lost. And this is even cooler. Let's take a closer look here. Zooming in up to the moon. As the moon is in Pisces, technically it moves out of career and it moves into your social life. So you're emotionally focused on your belonging or not belonging. But as the moon hits that Neptune and you follow that path I told you to follow, then you will intuitively feel a belonging. And this belonging, like I said, is a bull that has been long lost in the pasture. Once you find your inner child and where your heart wants, you find immediately where you belong in the world. And then the moon, begins to cross over retrograde Chiron, which is this fireball here, a common asteroid. And what that does is end up erasing your karma. So any kind of feeling of not belonging, any feelings of not being a part of your family, feeling like you grow up raised in a wrong family, any sense of that gets erased. This is a first time in a lifetime opportunity, which is really the setup for the Saturn issue that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. So this is why astrology excites me. So that is, in essence, Thursday. Then we get to Friday, And on Friday, it's a Mars ruled day. Time to take action, which means it's now time to be a warrior for your inner child and step away, step out of any lower vibration, step out of any poor me's, step out of that stuff. At the same time, there's a full moon in Pisces, which sets up for showers and a chance of social storms. You might have a real test of faith about whether or not you truly belong. Once you have to actually step up and be there for your inner child, that's when you have full moon storms about whether or not you belong doing this or this is the right thing and whatnot. So it's a double-edged kind of lesson. Now, of course, the full moon is an opposition, a tug-of-war between your emotions about where you feel you belong or don't belong and your inner child saying, I want to be happy, period, regardless of where I belong. And notice Mercury is at 0 degrees. So God puts us in a full moon with no mind. Thanks, God. We are stuck using our emotions. We are stuck following our heart. We are stuck following our psychic sensibilities, and that's what this test is with the full moon. Release from the past and the overall baggage. Give your inner child a second chance, and once it does, you will know where you belong with your moon in Pisces. That's really the lesson, I think, of the full moon. This other extra bonus is once you feel like you belong with the moon in the moon in Pisces, that energy trines the green line into your thoughts. So this premise of belonging is the setup for the right attitude in the future. Another bonus extra whipping point of the planets this weekend. So incredible stuff going on. On Saturday, we squat, hold space. It's I manifest is this dominant state of awareness. And so as a Taurus well does, you squat and you add value. What are you adding value to? This new inner child dream possibility that is without the past and out the pain. That is a great new potential reality. You've cleared the past and you squat now and do what a bull does. You don't budge, right? At the same time, your emotions are feeling quite social for the first part of the day, and then as the day moves on, it begins to cloud a bit. We've also got some extra homework with other planets, and this brings us to really what the Act 3s have been about. This weekend is a powerful turning point for everyone on the planet. On the one hand, you've got to commit to a new lifestyle of daily balance, of daily Buddha Om. I talked about this in the Act 3s. It's so important this weekend. I'm going to show you why this weekend is so important. Because whether you make the right decision or not, fate is being sealed. It starts with these blue lines at the top. Mars in Scorpio, which is giving you the machete to draw the lines with yourself that you need to draw, and Saturn in Libra, which is saying it's time for Tauruses to commit to a lifestyle of balance, harmony within yourself, harmony within your daily operating life, and harmony with you in society and context. Harmony, 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 which starts with self-harmony, okay? This ain't e-harmony where you find love. What I'm saying is you have to make a decision. That's what a commitment is. I commit to this, which allows you to give you the machete to cut, to cut the crap with yourself, and that energy trines into Neptune and Pisces, which is what? Retrograde 1 degree. What that is saying is your decisions and your actions with yourself are bleeding into your future legacy in society, Neptune, your future belonging or not belonging. So if you don't do the work, you are planting seeds of non-belonging. If you do the work, you are planting seeds of belonging. Can you stop planting the seeds? I don't think so, says Chris Witecki, because I just showed you the power of Chiron retrograding and erasing history to create future. So we're in a very crazy, magical, karmic moment where if you don't do the work, you're going to seal your fate regardless. Now there's one more aspect to this, and that is this square. Jupiter in Gemini is only halfway constructing a new self-confidence. So Tauruses have got to do this basically with faith, all right? You've got to pay for this in faith because your new soul capital is not in place, your new revenue stream is not in place, the new money's not here yet. That's the fear between Jupiter, the red line, and the sun, your inner child. So your inner child is concerned about paying for whatever this dream is. You can't concern yourself with that. This square says get over it and move forward. When you do, don't forget this all pours into your intellectual attitude for the future. So a phenomenally powerful karmic weekend of change, and whether you do the change or not, you're going to change. That's how this works in astrology. Then finally on Sunday, it's another day of incredible harmony. It is what I call IB Day, because this is the day of integrity. 11 is the number of healing. Virgo is the sign of healing. So this is healing, 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 healing everywhere. It's total integrity. It's really kind of, I don't know, I can't wait to feel it actually. And the moon is in Aries, so it becomes a spiritual, provocative moment for the bulls on the inside. So sunny and hyper faithful is my prediction. Now the planets give us another yod. Remember in the beginning of the week we had a yod pointing to the sun? Now we have a yod pointing to inner faith, the moon in Aries. And this is a second day of programming that happens. So if you're operating under an unclear decision as to what your lifestyle will be, you are programming another moment of your life. In this moment, again, Mars, the strength and machete to cut through the old crap with yourself. The Sun, keeping harmony with your inner child and the outer world. Sun 11 degrees, perfect harmony, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? That pours into what? To shift your own emotional inner faith in yourself, which is what Uranus is doing this whole time. So literally, your faith helps you push your Sun, and at the end of the week, the Sun pushes back your faith and you emotionally shift. You're planting seeds of new inner faith, which is going to be based on, once again, either the decision to live a balanced life or not. So the universe is getting her way, whether you like it or not, and that's the way the universe works. I find it fascinating. Sunday, going to be a day of integrity, sunny and faithful, IB day. Come on down to the garden. We'll probably be doing something fun and funky. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, my Taurus, I'm sorry this is a long one, but I had to get it out there. Have a good 7 days, do the right things, read your GA text, watch your Act 3, and I'll see you next week. Until then, live, love, be.